Today is a new beginning. I'm telling each and every single one of you guys, as you're standing right now, someone heard your prayer. Someone heard your prayer. Because sometimes different opposition might be going on in your life. You might be looking at a lot of people and you start asking yourself, how are you going to be able to do it? There's always going to be an error. And I'm telling each and every single one of you in this building right now that Mr. Bernardo Chua and his wife, Mr. Shane Moran and his lovely wife, Mr. Horton Boggs and his lovely wife, what these people are planning, what they are doing behind the scenes to make Organo Gold an opportunity of a lifetime for each and every single one of you guys. I want you to give it up for the leadership. In the next 2 years, you will celebrate a little bit differently. October 17 is going to make it 5 years, right, that we've been blessed to be with this company. And I remember being in the home of Mr. Horton Boggs and his lovely wife, Lily. There were 25 people in the room. I saw the vision of this man. Being at the beginning of this company, to see a 36-year-old person looking at his heart, looking at exactly where he's actually going with the vision right that he has in his head. And what he's able to see in terms of everything right that's going to happen. He always tells me something. He said everything is predictable. Every single thing about Mr. Boggs is actually predictable. We appreciate him so much because if you guys listen, and this is going to be my part of the training for you guys today, if you listen to the words right that I was saying on the coffee that pays, I said, we understand this is coffee. We understand the accomplishment of the person that's introducing this business to us. I said he has a vested interest in our company, in us. That's the reason why it's an easy decision for us to make. So my message to every single one of you today is this. Edification is the key to this business. Every single one of these leaders, from my good friend, a person right there I saw from the day one, when he walks into the room, very well focused. Mr. Jose Adon, our grand ambassador. I remember seeing him at the room. I saw exactly what he was doing at the beginning. To see his mission, his power, his strength, and everything right that this man actually stands for is actually impeccable. We appreciate you very much, my friend. Yeah, give it up for Mr. Jose Adon. When we talk about Mr. John Sacturos and his lovely wife, Blanca, a lot of people think this is a stage talk. I was there in Jamaica. I was there when this man cannot check into the room. It takes one to be broke to recognize one. He cannot check in. I was paying attention. His leg was moving like this. I said, this guy does not have credit card to check into the hotel. I can see him actually moving like that. But guess what? I saw Mr. Bob actually move around. Then I saw Mr. Stankeller, another crown diamond in the company. So I understand where you and your wife, where you guys were. About 4 years ago, for me to be inside your home right now and to see the way you guys are living, the way you celebrated your birthday in Miami the other day, is a true testimony that these opportunities in Orlando God is an opportunity of a lifetime. I have my brother over here. They call him Immunity. and let me tell you guys something. He's a fellow Nigerian. And when you hear a guy talks about you have to be able to conceive something. And you have to be able to believe it. To be able to see someone that's on the earth, how graceful, how his mind actually operates, where he's actually going, what he has done since the inception. I remember the first time when Mr. Boss actually made a phone call over to me in New York, and he asked me to put Mr. Bray Shoemaker on the phone. And you actually spoke to him. You came into the business, and for me to see the transformation of every single thing right that you've done, my friend, my brother, I celebrate you. Y'all give it up for Mr. Y'all give it up for Mr. Louis Ventura. We have a system in Organo, and the system is called 4 steps. If you're a professional, if you're a new business owner, it doesn't matter where you are in life, we don't have 5 steps. This business is about copy and paste. We are millionaires already over here. So you don't need to reinvent. Don't live here and start asking all these diamonds, what do I need to do? Because what you're supposed to do is already been put in black and white. Ask them for the monthly calendar. When you look at the monthly calendar, he has all the information right that you need, and there's no one that perfected the monthly calendar than my good friend over here, Mr. Luis Ventura, 20 diamonds in his organization. I'm telling you guys, you are in the right place at the right time with this company. You are in the right place at the right time with this company. Because I will tell you, the formulation stage of this company is already done. It's already done. That was over 4.5 years ago. The concentration stage of this company is already done. That's when few leaders, Mr. Shane Moran, Mr. Holton Moss, our CEO, our founder, Mr. Bernardo Chua, that's when they locked in. And they said, this is a concentration time. That's when few of these leaders, we got together, we buckled down, we know exactly what we wanted to do because we follow instruction to the T. Now we're going through the acquisition stage. Leaders from other companies, they say, if you can't beat them, what do? That's exactly why. There's a whole lot of people right now from other companies that's actually all over Organo Gold right now. They want to be a part of what we do. Why? Because our system is impeccable. And more so, the state of union of Organo Gold is as strong as ever. That's the reason why we're coming. Now, if you have guests, I got a message for you. You don't want to miss on this one. If you come in here today and you listen to any of these leaders that's going to grace the stage, and you leave out of this room, and you're still saying to yourself, brother, you're still thinking about this vision. My friends, the history will remember that you were right here inside this building. By you being here today, by you being present inside this building today, you can never in life again say an opportunity has not been given to you. Never in life again. Because you can either be a part of the second wave that's about to happen to this country, or you can sit where you are and still contemplate how it's going to happen. Don't worry about how it's going to happen, because all those activities, right, that you've been doing, all those supplications, right, that you've been doing, all those praying, right, that you've been doing, all those fasting, right, that you've been doing, that's what some of you guys are saying. But right now, I'm going to repeat, it's a manifestation time for each and every single one.